What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. video. So if you are new to the channel, please do consider leaving a like and a subscribe down below if you did enjoy the video. So this is the penultimate episode before next week's finale. So this is a pretty big episode. It's pretty much setting us up for the stage of Talbot versus S.H.I.E.L.D. Graviton versus S.H.I.E.L.D. Now, one thing I really did like in this episode was pretty much the show's writers acknowledging that the show has come full circle, as Fitz and Simmons were working on the possible cure for Agent Coulson. We did have Simmons actually mention that this was their first mission, the Centipede Serum, and that they have come full circle, which I really do like. And to be honest, this end of this season has been confirmed that it's been written as a season finale, and they plan to possibly do a soft reboot next season. And this, everything, all of the entire show has come full circle here with Graviton, Gravitonium, and everything that happened in the first season. So that's really cool with what they're doing and how that is working out. I do love the ideas behind this, and it works really well. And hopefully Coulson survives, but to be honest, I think the show could survive without Coulson. I think that the rest of the team, Daisy, Fitz, Simmons, Mac, Yo-Yo, they could all, and even May could even lead the team. I think that they would all work really well, even if Coulson did perish. Now, what's interesting as well is that this is also the first season in quite some time that we've properly had references towards the cinematic universe. Now, of course, in season 1, we did have the dramatic shift of the reveal that Hydra was or has infiltrated S.H.I.E.L.D. So with all this in mind, I think that it's really cool the fact that they are referencing the events going on in New York. So the final few episodes of this season, well, they have actually been taking place concurrently with Avengers Infinity War. So Infinity War is taking place at the same time. Now, when Deke calls down to Earth and mentions that things are getting crazy, well, we do have Mac mention that, well, do you mean the stuff in the news? Yeah, I've been watching that, which is obviously what's going on with New York and, of course, in Wakanda and everywhere else in the world. They would obviously be knowing all about Wakanda and what's happening in Wakanda, because at the end of Black Panther, he did, or T'Challa did unveil Wakanda to the world. So they will know the scale of this. Obviously, they won't know the cosmic scale of the battle against Thanos, but they will know every battle on Earth. So with that in mind, again, there really is a big real threat that Thanos will be involved, and this would be an kind of unforeseen circumstance there, to borrow some Half-Life references there. And that, well, perhaps the Infinity Gauntlet may play a huge part in this season. Now, while I'm not expecting that to happen, I think it'd be a really cool thing to happen, and maybe we may see a few deaths as a result of that. And what would be absolutely badass, I think would be an amazing end, would be that they save Earth and then they all disappear, just like in Infinity War when Thanos went like that. So then that would lead them into the Soul World for the next season 6. Yes, I know that's completely, possibly never, ever going to happen, but I think it'd be really cool if it actually did. But in the meantime, we've got a big threat of Talbot, who has gone completely and utterly off the rails. He is someone who Max said is the hero of his own story. He's convinced he is right. He wants to save the world, and he's convinced that, well, anyone who is in his way is a bad person. Now, possibly this is partly due to having Franklin Hall's and Ian Quinn's memories and personalities within him, because the Gravitonium was infused with himself. Just like Creel, he's got a bit mad in the head hearing all the voices, and maybe these are the voices poison him against the rest of the team. So he's been poisoned against Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because, well, Franklin didn't really have a good time, did he, with S.H.I.E.L.D. So that's possibly why he's gone a bit mad, but he's convinced that he is completely right. So there's nothing more dangerous than a superpowered being absolutely convinced that what they are doing is correct and the right thing to do. And Talbot is a fitting enemy now for S.H.I.E.L.D. because he's had a couple of seasons under the belt. And the S.H.I.E.L.D. and Coulson did acknowledge that they have completely failed General Talbot there. They've completely failed him. And he's even gone ahead and killed Kree. So he's got even more Gravitonium inside him. So now that the alien threat has been destroyed, well, he is free to go and get as much Gravitonium as he actually wants. And he's also got Robin and her mother with them as well. So he's able to have the fact that maybe Robin can see where the Gravitonium is in the future because she can see and draw everything that has actually happened in the future. So he is the real final threat here. So the fact that he'll be facing Daisy and things like that, that is the ultimate real final threat. Now, one thing which is really cool is that the threat at the start of the season was the fact that we did have the Kree. So Cassius was here, and that was the big threat. He wanted to give his father Earth after he spectacularly even failed to actually help his father, and he didn't take the odium and kill himself. So he wants to do and succeed where his father failed, and that was take Earth. And the Confederacy here again failed, and this explains why this dude, the chorus guy, wasn't there in the future. And that, well, the Kree decided to leave Earth alone until the future when it was destroyed. And Cassius thought it was a good idea to go and take them on and take control of what was actually left of Earth. Because Daisy kind of defeated Cassius' father. She overcome the whole kind of mind thing, the kind of weird thing that was on her head. Although, one thing which I find really weird is the fact, will this change her future? Will this... Now, obviously, she's warned Cassius' father that his two sons will actually be killed with knives in their back. So that's really odd. Is that going to change the future? I'm not sure how much this future past is going to... Or the past will affect the future with Cassius. It's just really weird. Although none of this will happen at all. Kind of Cassius won't turn up if Earth isn't destroyed, which is what they need to stop Talbot from actually doing right now. So the thing is, they have an idea to take on Talbot. So what they can do is use the odium and the centipede to get this stuff into his cells. Bit of a problem. There's only one lot of centipede serum left, and the only one left is what they need to save Coulson. So the fact here is that the prophecy has now finally come true. This is the end loop. This is where it started. This is where it's going to end. We need Coulson to die so they can use the centipede serum to go and actually kill Talbot. Now, obviously, I think that in a lot of these loops, they've actually tried to do it. They maybe try to split or make another synthetic version of the centipede serum, which doesn't work. They make it weaker, and Talbot ends up destroying the Earth, or in a fight against Daisy, it is destroyed. So now they need to let him die, which is a very big thing considering the fact that he's finally had a made-out session with Agent May. So they finally got together, but it's not going to work here whatsoever. So I can see this showdown going on, and I think that Yo-Yo may again be the bad guy and intervene to stop the loop coming true. So I think that's definitely what's going to happen. We're going to have a fight, and then Talbot will get strapped with that centipede thing on his back, and he will perish. So it's a good episode here. I did like the whole stuff in space. I love Corvus getting absolutely destroyed by that Deke. Again, was a really, really great part of this episode. And really, it was just a really fun episode. It was really enjoyable and set everything forward to where it needs to be next week. However, that is it for this video. Please drop a like. Please subscribe. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.